morning, YouTube land. How you doing, everybody? What's up, Bobby? Asparagus, Old School, Curtis, Nidavellir, what up, buddy? Greg Campbell, what's up? Wiley, how's it going? Old Wolf, Soggy Bottom, what's up, Joe? How's everybody doing this morning? I woke up late. I'll be honest, I'm exhausted right now. 2 cups of coffee in, and I'm got that, like, I'm tired but jittery, you know. So slow start today. Yeah, I got family down at the beach, and after the stream, I got to run down there. I got a message said the ocean is calm today to bring the kayaks down. I'm hoping I can find my waterproof sack for my phone. Hopefully I can get some footage of the kayak surfing and all that fun stuff. Well, there's no, if it's calm water, there's no kayak surfing. Anyway, gonna be heading down there, so we'll see what happens. What's up, Thomas? Randy, how you guys doing? You guys had, so look at some pictures. I didn't get a chance to jump into y'all's Facebook live stream, but, you guys, I wish I could have made it, man. I wish I could have made it up there. For those of you who don't know, Randy over there, he's the guy, Newt's Leather and Metalsmith. He's the guy that made my apron for me. He went to a hammer-in, and him and, Drayson and Hannerman and a whole bunch of people all got together and had a blast. And I wish, if the timing weren't this, I'm soft off this week for work because we've got family in, and then 2 weeks later I'm heading up to John's place. So it's like I couldn't afford to take 3 mini vacations, Curtis, how you doing? Boar, Aimless, Michael. Yeah, I'm glad you guys had a chance to get together. It's always fun, and as I understand it, Alex is gearing up to go into college, and let him have as much fun as he can before he rolls out, and then joins the real world for a bit before he can fall back and come back. It is a nice apron. It is a nice apron. Morning, Neil. Other Curtis. Curtis and Curtis. Wayne, top of the morning to you. But yeah, so really, right after this stream, I gotta pack a quick bag because I do have work on Monday morning. But I will be, like I said, it's a soft off week. We have, if there's any jobs that come in, like while we're down at the beach, if they're right there, real quick things, we can take care of them. But for the most part, it's visiting family. So, good morning, James Jones, Bryson Alden, Mountain Critters. How y'all doing? Yeah, this week I really hope to, I can't promise anything, but I really hope to drag the anvil and the propane forge at least down there and do a quick and dirty setup there on the beach itself, like on the ocean, and record some videos standing there in the water. So, forging in the water. How fun would that be? What's up, Mule Kick? How you doing? Yeah, I don't think, I know it's Island Metal Forge. I don't think, like, my geographical situation, I lived on an island for 10 years, like where, one house that I was living at, walk out my front door was water, like walk out my front door, take like 10 steps and I'm at the water's edge of the ocean. And, my back door was my driveway. Worked on the water, all that fun stuff. Now it's like the end of my block, there's water, but it's the sound. Then, 7 miles of sound and the Outer Banks, and then the ocean. So it's like, and to get to it, you got to drive 40 minutes down the road, cross a bridge, and you're in the Outer Banks. Official. I guess I'm what's called the Inner Banks. Good morning, Russ. There is no such thing as too wet, Gordon. There's no such thing as too wet, I tell you what. Bill Wool, good morning. Jeff Kren, good morning. I don't know if you saw it last night, but thanks for showing how to do the leaves. You're welcome, man. I hope that the camera, I was reviewing the footage specifically because I wasn't sure how clear it came out. It looked like it came out pretty clear. If that helped, awesome. Glad. I may not be the best at leaves, but that is pretty much the technique for them. There are people out there who can do leaves in one heat, and it's like, I can't. We got a $5 super chat from James Jones from Butte, Montana. How you doing? Black Hand Forge, thank you very much to help with the power hammer. Awesome. I do have, I still need to get the motor, and I really think that's about, I have like a short list of things that I need to buy hardware-wise, but I think it's things like, bolts and nuts and cotter pins and stuff like that. The motor's the next big purchase, I think the last big purchase for the power hammer. And I think I'm gonna get the wheel attached, the wheel weldment attached to the wheel, and the wheel attached to the frame, and get that aimed up before I do the motor mount, because I want to know where the wheel is going to be for where the motor mount is going to be. So it is slow going, not because I suck at it, but because I'm trying to balance so many things, So bear with me. The power hammer is a priority. Thank you very much is what I'm trying to say. Yes, lines of applauses. Thank you. What's up, Scott? How you doing, brother? And Scott, so the ocean called. I've got to get down there after the stream. I need to come up to your shop. I will try and see about, maybe coming up for a bit midweek, I'll see what I can do, okay? Like the ocean literally is like, hey, Yamas, come on down, dip your toes in me. BC, what up? Dana Maggiore, how you doing, man? First try at forge welding failed miserably. You get it, man. Let us know, how did it fail? Like, what do you, let us know your process. Let us know what you think happened. Maybe we can talk it through. Pull a motor out of a wrecked Tesla. Well, my power hammer is lonely. Yeah. Good morning, Sean. Thank you for the email interaction. That was great, Sean. Just keep me posted on that. I do have, like I was saying to everybody in the beginning, I have family down this week, and I will be at my sister rented a beach house down there, and I'm going to be trying to record videos down there at the beach house. On the beach. Skyforge, good morning. And just so you guys know, I am having a major issue with I have Boost, because I'm cheap, and I'm having a major issue. I think they dropped some towers. So for those of you who have my number and have my contact information and that I do talk to regularly, when I leave Wi-Fi, this phone's pretty much bricked, okay? So it's like if I can get a text, it'll come in when a signal pops, but bear with me. I'll return messages as I can, okay? Skyforge is a great name. One thing on forge welding that I learned pretty quickly, and Neil Graham's saying not enough heat, but to expound on that, and to expound on the too much air thing, you hear not enough heat and you think crank the air to get it hotter. That was a mistake I was making with my first forge welding. What I was doing was, it needs to be hotter, crank, 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 and, get it hotter. You can keep the same crank speed, make sure you have that hot bed of coals underneath it as well as above it, and it will heat up. It'll be slow, but you got to take your time, because you want that entire billet heated the same temperature all the way through. And pretty much that's all you need. I see people saying, you have to like grind it to a mirror finish and flux it and this, that, and acetone and all that stuff. You know what they did, when they forge welded, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago? They took two pieces of metal, got them so hot that they stuck together, and then tapped it. And then worked it from there. They didn't have grinders and acetone and, mirror polish stuff. They didn't have the time for that. They just forge welded it. It's like, yeah, it helps to have a clean steel, but I don't think it's 100% necessary. All right. Clean fire, clean metal definitely will help. I've seen Joey Vandersteeg he made a video on forge welding in a dirty forge, coal. He showed the clinkers in it, and just took two pieces of scrap steel and stuck them in there. He said, and then pulled them out, tapped it, and it was welded. Like it's not. I would say it's 80%. Getting that temperature and the speed and the strength of the tap, the lightness of the tap down, it does help to start with a clean fire, though. Aha. Morning. Yeah, you gotta let it soak. You let it soak. And being non-magnetic is not an indicator of it being ready to weld. Non-magnetic is way too cold for a weld. Yeah, just sprinkles of borax. All right, Jeff. Exactly, Jeff. That's the video that I'm talking about. Yeah, so while it's not clean, especially as a beginner to forge welding, clean, clean metal and a clean forge will help drastically. It's once you get that, it's to remove variables. All of that is variables, you know. Hey, Roy. Good morning. We were talking about forge welding. Uh, yeah. Uh-oh. Bryson Alden, good morning. Um, yeah, it's all the variables. Like, you know, you don't want too much oxygen in there. You want the heat high. Um, clean steel will remove a variable, but it's not 100% necessary. A clean forge will remove a variable, but it's not 100% necessary. Uh, the necessary things are heat, low oxygen, and speed, like efficiency, and then the strength of your tap. I've seen somebody, I can't remember what video it was, I've seen somebody literally take two pieces out and then tap it with the back, with the handle of his hammer, and it just tap, boom, and it stuck. um, yeah, so, Borax, hey Dim. Shamrock, good morning. Yeah, we were talking about Bill's working on trying to learn forge welding. Um, and what the flux does. What the flux? Roy, that's a t-shirt idea. Um, what the flux does is it works as a capillary action. You don't need a lot. You don't want to... I'm guilty of it when making Damascus as I overcoat it. But I'm really just trying to get it in all the layers. I knock the excess off. Um, but it melts and then like gets sucked into all the crevices. And all it does is it fills in the gaps, and the boric acid in it, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but the acid in it like eats away the scale, what little scale there should be. It like kind of cleans it out, and then that first tap is to knock out the impurities and set it. All right. Just because it sticks don't mean it'll hold the load. Yes, the first initial set does not mean that it's fully welded. You do that set, that light tap. I do it 3 times. I set the weld 3 times before I start whaling on it. And if I notice that like I have a spot that hasn't welded yet, I will go back and I will work that spot. You want to work center out. Okay, Bushcraft, good morning. I haven't seen you in a good minute. Another thing that came up during last night's stream was the Robert Robinette book. I was talking about 2 books, and some people got confused, thought that I was going to be sending around the Mark Asbury book. That's not the book that, I don't even have that book. Robert Robinette sent me Practical Blacksmithing, and he wrote, you know, the person who gave it to him signed it, and then he wrote a nice little message, and you know, it's a collection of blacksmithing excerpts and knowledge and all sorts of stuff, all in one neat volume. And I've been flipping through it and reading segments here and there. And when I'm done with this, I may not finish fully reading it, but when I'm done gleaning what I can from it, I will be sending it on to another smith who will do the same thing. He'll sign his name, write a little note, and send it on to another smith. and so on and so forth. Robert Robinette would like to, expounding on the idea I have of the Forge Around the World project, information. He wants to send information around the world. So that's kind of what that is. Oh, and Bill, that's another important question for forge welding, is what type of forge are you using? Solid fuel or propane? Just a fold-over weld is in Roy's tutorial vid, half-inch, cold-rolled, round, squared off, scored, and folded before weld. Adios, Wayne. Solid charcoal. Okay. Now, are you using briquettes or lump? Briquettes, the little like Kingsford briquettes, they are chock full of impurities. Additives and stuff to glue them together. Is basically charcoal dust pressed into briquettes with, lump, good. So it's not the fuel, it's not the fuel. It's focus on the heat, letting it come up to temp, soaking it. What I do is I bring it up to temp, a little bit past where you start seeing little sparkles come out, and then ease off the air and let it soak. Presumably at that time it's soaked a few times, but before I pull it out, I count 5, and then pull out, do a tap. It may help to have a smaller anvil or move your anvil closer to the fire. I have a little set block for smaller welds that I can set next to my fire pot, so I can pull out, tap, put it back in, pull out, tap, put it back in. Yeah. Electric can, no can cranking. See if you can come up with a... Adios, James Jones. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I highly appreciate it. Bill Wool, if there's any way that you could record and upload your process, there's a possibility that, if we catch it, we can watch and see what you're doing and give pointers from there. Now, as for the electric blower, if it's blowing too much air, try and divert some of that air, put an air gate in there, and just have it slow build up. You want that heat to build up slow. Let that metal soak it in, slowly coming up to temperature. You want to pass bright orange. You want to, you're at a yellow and you still want to go higher. You want to go to lemon yellow, bright lemon yellow, white heat. Even I wouldn't go much past white because then you risk burning the steel. Rick Nolan, hello to all. Hello to you. Yeah, Bill. Literally just kind of a walk around of your forge, even it doesn't need to be. It's just for informational and that's honestly how a lot of channels get started. You may learn to love it. Just somebody posting a video to ask a question. Have a good day, Nidavellir. Right, Roy? You've got the time travel down. And John Switzer pretty much, almost admitted that he uses clones. All your equipment's on vids. Okay. I will take a look at that as I get a chance. As I said, right after the stream, I got to pack up a night bag and head down to the beach. I got to check my kayaks for snakes, toss one in my truck, and head on down. But Bill, I'll keep that in mind. I will try and take a look at your uh, videos and see if I can't do like a little bit of a diagnosis. I am not the ultimate best at forge welding, but I do have more successes than failures in it. You know, most of my knowledge comes from watching and talking with Roy, watching John Switzer, Neil Vandersteeg, and then just trial and error. Scott, you got Roy's steel? So you did get a hold of Michael yesterday then. All right. Hey, Crawford, good morning. Drive safe. um, um, yeah. But yeah, like, you know, if you've been following me for a while, if everybody, you know, if everybody remembers, I didn't, you know, when I started this, I had no idea that there was a community out there. I just did it, and I was playing with different things. I know my brother, like day 3 in the forge, he grabbed just a piece of steel, you know, just a flat bar of steel of scrap that we had laying in the garage, and he's like, I'm gonna make the baskets, and he started folding it. Just folding it, trying to, it was a mashed mess, I tell you what. You know, like we had no idea. He's just like, I want to make Damascus. That was funny. I remember that day, like almost every time he comes to the forge, he successfully made a little Sanmai mild steel and 15N20 dagger. And it worked. It's, you know, just a minor delam, but he's really only forged. He's been out at the forge actually working maybe a dozen times over the past 3 years, and he got a Sanmai billet to stick. So, woohoo! Yeah. Yeah, okay, bushcraft. You bring up a good point. You know, it's like meetings. You know, if you have the ability to get over to another smith in your area to work with, it helps having a second eye on things. And morning, Hubcap. And as Scott has been trying to convince me, and it's not a hard convince, um, I've got to get over to some of the local farmers markets here and talk with them about setting up a booth. Setting up a booth and, you know, both doing demos and sales for at least a few hours. You know, maybe before my live streams or after my live streams or after my Sunday live streams. The tough part is time. If I'm doing that, if I'm taking my Saturday away from my shop, I have to make sure that during the week I get enough shop time to make up for the loss of shop time on a Saturday. Because Saturdays are really the only time when I'm busy, the only time that I get to be out in the shop, arranging it, working on the power hammer, making videos. What's my best seller? Well, right now, hammers, honestly. So far, I've sold more hammers than much anything else, but hammers, followed close second by bottle openers and roses, you know. But right now, my best seller is hammers. It's, I don't do a lot of advertising. Um, but yeah, I've sold a handful of oyster knives. Excuse me. Uh, Yes, Bill. Practice getting the technique down. I think this is Tim who said this is Yamez's church. But yeah, let me see. This church is Tim's church. I took over for him. Um, I'll have to. I still have to rewatch it, or I have to watch his video, his live stream from last night. Yes, Scott. Roy's got contact infos. Roy, if you want to drop your email in the chat for Scott so that he can jot it down. I don't know if he has it. I know, because I know if you don't, he'll call me after the stream asking me to send him your email. Roy Hammer handles on the way. Heard. What's the one with 4 different pieces at once? Was amazing. Oh, aimless. Yeah, actually, I've been working past 4 o'clock every day this week. I have a hammer handle that I have to send to Alex Hammerman, and I have yet to send it. I feel like a total tool for not sending it out. But you know, yeah, he asked for a second handle for me. You know, I'll do it. Not a problem. Speaking of which, I have to order more handles. Scott, there it is. Thank you, Roy. Appreciate it. But, yeah, so, like, I hope all that helps, Bill. Really hope all that helps. You believe? Ha. My sinuses are acting up today. Forgive me. Might have to go blow my nose. BRB, LOLOMG. I hate blowing my nose when I'm live. Ta-da. So yeah, Roy, we'll get you squared away. Remember, Scott, don't seal that package yet. And Roy will get you squared away with all that. I'm sure everybody else will know what we're talking about here soon. At some point. Yep. Hubcap, I think you're right there. Roy's in, you know, he's in his shop, and you know, Jess is like, oh, don't forget, you have to eat. Yeah, I can't farmer blow here in my office. Yes, Bryson. A lot of different materials can forge weld. I remember when I was learning about it, a lot of people were saying that things like, you know, like 5160 couldn't forge weld to itself. It can, but you know, it's more difficult. You know, a ferrous metal, you know, can forge weld to another ferrous metal. It just, you have to have the conditions correct. Like stainless steel has to be, to weld stainless steel has to be an oxygen-free environment. You know, not just a low oxygen environment, an oxygen-free environment. So Yeah. uh, like, I know I'm not their biggest fan at all, but Barefoot Forge, back when I first started, they used to be real big doing stainless steel Damascus projects, and it was nice, you know. It wasn't, then I met them and it's like, oh, yeah, not everybody you meet not everybody you meet can be like Roy, where you just hit it off and, you know, best friends forever. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to make Roy blush. Yeah, Jess is a sweetheart. Yeah, I've met her too. Yeah, Roy's a lucky guy. All right. Got lots of stainless. Doing stainless is like another level up. Really, if you're interested, and I actually am, I just haven't had the time to look into it. Um, I'm very interested in testing to see if I can weld stainless steel by hand in a hand crank coal forge, um, and I'd like to try it. Exactly, Randy. It doesn't like to forge weld to itself, but that doesn't mean that it can't. Mr. Pekka, good morning, afternoon, all that fun stuff. Now I'm wondering if any of the family down at the beach is watching right now. I got 37 viewers, and well, I'm sure there's a bunch of people. And as usual, hello to all of you watching who don't chat. Morning, Granddaz. Gotta go. Adios, Rick. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Um, but yeah, I hate saying it. I say it all the time, and then I always fail on it, and I feel like I'm letting people down. Um, but I do plan. I probably have about 15 videos up here that I just haven't had time to film. Um, I will be getting back to videos. I will be getting back to the first Fire series. And in the future, I don't want to, no spoilers, but in the future I do have some big plans with that first Fire series. It is not going to be just a me thing. I want the first Fire playlist to be a community thing. If that kind of hints at anything. All right, smoosh the like button and like the smoosh button. Yes, 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 yes. I have a thing for that. Yes. Might head to the beach later myself. Yeah, man. Beach party. Ignis, good morning. Yep, lurking. I'll be taking a dip in the icy cold waters of the Atlantic. I do need to time travel better. I do need to time travel better. Definitely got to get better time travel. I do have in my secret underground lair. Lair makes me sound like a supervillain. Lab. I do have some secret ingredients that I'm going to put together, and I'm working on the stasis generator. So pretty soon what you'll see is about a video an hour from me for the next 10 years. Ah. Supervillain or mad scientist? What's the difference? Now, I know I'm a nice guy, but I really think that I would lean more towards super villainy than anything else. You know, I mean, if we're splitting hairs, I would definitely lean more towards super villainy because superheroes don't exist. No. um, yeah. uh, just for shiggles. Um, if you guys are fans of like the comic book world and everything like that, and like gaming culture and all that stuff, and superheroes and supervillains and comedy and all that fun stuff, check out Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. It's an old YouTube series, and it's Neil Patrick Harris playing a mad scientist supervillain. And, oh, it's freaking awesome. Ain't nothing wrong with being a villain. Yes. Lake Huron is cold in spots and others it's like swimming in bathwater. Man, I tell you, my favorite swimming hole down in the Keys was the Ramrod swimming hole. And it was just a cutout that they were going to be building a housing development on, and it got canceled and turned into a park. And all they had was about a 100-foot trench that goes down about 16, 20, 25 foot, surrounded by, the Keys, which is about knee-deep water. So it was just like awesome swimming hole. And I never seen it, but there's a car that sunk down in there for diving. And during the summer, that water temperature is around 85 to 90 degrees, and it's just glorious. It's used high salt content, so you can like just float. Oh, it's like floating in a nice hot bath. Awesome. Yeah, an Iron Man suit from Elon Musk. Whew. Yeah, if anybody's gonna do it, he's gonna do it. Elon just sits behind a desk. Oh, I'm sure he has. I mean, right now, I'm sure, like you don't just automatically start, you know, uh, like that. I'm sure he's done his fair share. But I don't know how did we get on the topic of supervillains and me being okay? Right, yeah, because I'm building a time dilation event stasis field, and y'all will know if it works, and y'all will know if it fails. If I disappear off the face of the earth, you know that it failed. I'm stuck in stasis, So with my current equations and measurements and everything, one of two things will happen. It'll be a success, and the time will slow down. That I can set how slow it goes. So like one day can be 1 week. Set down exponentially. If it works but fails, it will be stasis where I have no control over it, and I basically am stuck in there until somebody gets me out. So those are the two options. I will not say I will not say it will fail to the point where I turn it on and it does nothing, but just everything that I can do to get you guys more videos. 1.21 gigawatts is easy to get. You know, if you think about it, Aimless, you're right about that. Roy has the ability to inspire smiths to light forges. So really, Roy's lighting forges across the nation. Nay, the world. Wait, that's an evil laugh. So, yeah. And, you know, on that, you know, it's like, that's, I know Roy mentions this a lot. I mention it way too much. But, you know, that's one of my favorite parts about doing this YouTube thing and dealing with the community. Dealing with, like it's a bad thing. Interacting with the community is I get messages or comments or this is or that's this or people telling me, you know, oh yeah, I learned about you from Roy or John or this or that, or, you know, some people who just straight up find me and it's like, yeah, you know, you've inspired me to light a forge, or you've inspired me to start a channel, or you've inspired me to ... I love being the inspiration, you know. Love being, you know, part of that blacksmithing inspirational team, you know. May I say a league. I'm not going to say a league of evil, but yeah. It was sent to human resources. Yep, Black Bear sent a thank you. Yeah. Roy gets the credit. Yep. Yep. I'd probably say of the 2,000 plus subscribers that I do have, probably only about half of you guys have found me through, you know, Roy or Tim or Big Dog. I mean, Black Bear or, you know, yeah. Of extraordinary gentlemen. Sure, let's go with that. That's, okay. Well, what blurs the lines between superhero and supervillain? I suppose I could use my powers for good. And Aimless. You found me through the Forge cast? Yes, those guys. Love them. Extremely dirty gentlemen. Aimless. I got your message about the thing, and I've got a couple that need to go, well, at least one that needs to go ahead of you. Still waiting on a response about the next one. And after that one, I need to go pick up some more material and make some more. So you are in my soft books there, Mike, or Matthew, Michael. I gotta get a hold of Michael to get steel. Are Yamez and Adam our only two pirates in the community? No, we're not. There's dang it, if I can't remember his name, there's I watch his videos. Somebody help me out here. There's the guy, he's got the skull that talks. I watch his videos and I can't remember his name. I think he's part of the Duresta crew, or the Stagma brothers, or he works with the Stagma brothers. Hey, Ron, how you doing? But there is somebody out there that another pirate as well. So we're not the only pirates. Brett McAfee, yes, Sean, Brett McAfee, yes. I'd call him a pirate. And one of my subscribers here, Island Forge, I don't think he does a channel. I at least I haven't had a chance to check it out to see if he does. But I bet if he were to start a channel, he'd be a pirate. Pirate nations. You know, better than ninjas. If anybody was around, you know, during the pirates versus ninjas phase of the intranets. You know, Roy. Hey, Jacob Meeks. I'm going to Arby's. Yeah, I have to drive all the way up to Chesapeake to go to Arby's. You know, Roy, I missed out years back, probably now 15 years ago, I missed out on the deal of a lifetime for a ship. It was a few years into the Keys. I had the money. I had the money at the time. I didn't have the time to go get it and bring it down to where I was. There was a 60-foot shrimp boat that had been converted into a liveaboard, a two-bedroom, two-bedroom, one-head living room. The downstairs hold was converted, all that stuff. It had a 16 or 32 valve diesel engine with 400 total gallons, but seaworthy. $9,000. That's it. That's it. Just $9,000 for a working boat. The only thing is I had to finish the electrical, or would have had to finish the electrical, drywall, paint, and trim. But who cares? I was this close to getting it. It was in Marathon, and when I was living in Big Pine, and I didn't have the time because I didn't have the truck back then. Well, it wouldn't fit. I wouldn't have been able to pull it out of the water anyway. But I didn't have time to drive up to Marathon with somebody to drive my truck back, and then bring the boat around and down to the mooring fields in the Key, in the lower Keys. If I had 15K, man, I would. What did the pirate say on his 80th birthday? Hey, baby. I made it. There you go. Thanks for chat. Putting water in the charcoal helped with the fireflies a bunch. Someone gave me that tip last live stream. Yeah, I use a squirt bottle. You can use a rag. You can make like a little curly corkscrew thing, like Roy does, and twist it around a rag, keep it in your slack tub, and then wet. Yeah. Yeah, Brett McAfee. I went on a thing about a boat. My current boats are kayaks. I wouldn't mind building a boat. Yeah. Kind of hard to be a pirate in Arizona. You could be a pirate anywhere you want. Oh, I love a catamaran. I've seen some nice ones. A boat is a hole in the water surrounded by wood into which you put your money. Yes. Boat stands for about another 1,000. Yep, bring out another 1,000. Yep. Yep, I've had a few boats down in the Keys, small ones, and always got rid of them because I didn't have the. Let me see. I had a center console. It was a 27-foot center console with twin engines on it, and one engine was always down. You know, I just could not keep them running. I could not afford to keep them running, them both running, and then I was having electrical issues, and this is just, you know, so you end up letting it sit, and then somebody makes an offer, and then you just pass it on, and then you go, well, I'll try with a different boat, maybe it'll be better. No, every boat you have to, it's insane. See, now here's the thing, Rob. I've never gone sailing. I've never gone. I've been on a sailboat, but I've never done anything. You know, I've never sailed myself. I'd love to. Building a boat is costly and aggravating. I hear you. I hear you. What's up, Metal Man? Yep. One day when I'm rich and famous, I do say if I've got 2,000 plus subscribers, if every single one of my subscribers signs up for my Patreon for $1, you know, and sticks with that, I can quit and do YouTube and blacksmithing full time, 100% full time, and you know, rise like the cream to the top. No. Ah. All right. Yes, Aaron, in the lower Keys alone, every island has at least 2 boat repair shops, dry docks with, you know, fiberglass or engine repair, you know, and then there's just like 5 or 6 paint places up and down the Keys. And it's like, yeah. Adios, Neil. Who all said they're leaving? See you, Dana. See you, Bryson. Yep. Almost done here myself. Yep. Got a row in a Viking ship a while back. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I love the look of a Viking ship. You know, and I've been thinking of making a blade one of these days, just to try it. Like, and I'm not talking about like my karambit that I made, but actually forging out a blade and trying pins and scales and thises and thatses, just to see what the big deal is about. You know, I don't know. I want to make a plywood flat bottom. See, I want to build a barge, a party barge, a pontoon boat. You know. Ah! $5 super chat from Scott Seward. Thank you very much, good sir. Highly appreciate it. You the man, Scott. Everybody give him that line of applause. Thank you. T-shirt that said if Sar was alive, he'd be chained to an oar. Thank you very much. The super chats are always appreciated. Ignis went fishing in Florida about 10 years ago, blew out a fuel line because miles off the coast. Ended up having to talk to the Coast Guard because my sister was stumbling on phonetics. Huh. Was she from Florida? People from Florida tend to stumble on phonetics a bit. Yeah, I've been stuck offshore a bit. I've had to row back in. Yeah, northern Mississippi. Yeah, just have a pond, a big frigate right in the pond. Oh, yeah. What a fun day, you guys. Thank you guys for being here in the morning. Thank you guys for the super chats. Thank you guys for everything. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm gonna try and get shop work done this week. I'm going to try and get some videos shot this week, you know, hopefully down on the water. We'll see. If it doesn't happen, I apologize, but we'll see what happens. I've got to get going. You guys all have a great day. And I will catch you all later. I've also got a bunch of stuff to mail out. I've got to load up my truck with stuff to package up and head to the post office when I get a chance this week. All right. Have a great day. Have a great day. Later. Be safe. Be safe. Thank you all, and to all the lurkers out there, have a great day. Catch you guys later. Hearts and health. Smoosh that like button and like that smoosh button. Roy, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. It's always good to have you here. I am out. Adios, everybody. Bye. Bye.